Guys, welcome back to another episode. Jebber Game and Jaws here, and welcome to the past, because by the time that you see this video, I believe that this game room is all taken down because I'm moving soon. So I hope you enjoy this video. I wanted to get a few of my collections out of the way because of this transitory time. It might be a little while before I'm having the ability to film more stuff. So with that said, I did a Dreamcast memories video before where I went over the console itself and the controller, and I talked about my experiences growing up with the console. This video is going to be more of just showing what I have. If you want to see the other video, I'll leave the link in the description. Without further ado, I have about 80 some games in the set. Eventually, I would like to get the full North American set, which is about 240 some games, I believe. It's been a while since I've looked into the Dreamcast collection. At one point, I was going for a full set. And then I put it on hold a bit because I decided to hit the Wii U a little bit harder because it was just kind of the opportune time to hit Wii U. So once my Wii U collection is done, which should be pretty soon, I will start to refocus a little bit on the Dreamcast. Collecting for the Dreamcast is a little bit tough because when you go into game stores, it's not very often that they have more than like a handful of games. If they even have a handful of games, the Dreamcast did not sell super well. I think it was like 10 million units worldwide. Again, it's been a while since I've looked up things on the Dreamcast, so that might be slightly off, but that's pretty close to what I remember. So I have about 1/3 of the North American collection already hit. That is a little bit tough because there are some really pricey Dreamcast games, and a lot of these I was kind of hitting like, early collecting, able to get a lot of the cheap ones. I have a couple like semi-heavy hitters, but not anything too crazy. But without further ado, we'll just go through these. A lot of them I'll be able to move through quickly, unless there's something really worth pointing out about it. I won't spend a ton of time, so here we go. The very first thing I wanted to talk about is I was very lucky to be at a games shop a couple years ago, and I found Bleem for Gran Turismo 2 on the Dreamcast for $2. So there are 3 different Bleems for the Dreamcast that I know of where you're able to play PlayStation games, PlayStation 1 games on the Dreamcast with improved visuals. I played Gran Turismo 2 on the Dreamcast using this to give it a try, and it was awesome. Very cool. Now, Gran Turismo isn't my, right up my alley, but the other 2 games that I know of are Metal Gear Solid and Tekken 3. I really want to get the Bleems for that. I would love to play Metal Gear Solid on the Dreamcast with the improved visuals and just see how it looks. And Tekken 3 is a really incredible 5th gen fighter, so kind of like the cream of the crop at that time, actually. So that would be a fun one to play on the Dreamcast as well. So those will be coming down the pipeline, but I was really happy to just find this in the wild and for only $2. That was so great. All right. We've got Sega World Series Baseball 2K1. Ultimate Fighting Championship. That might be fun. Probably get some good multiplayer going on. 1 to 2 players, only 2 player. That's too bad. All right, we got the Tomb Raider Chronicles. That'll be worth giving a shot. Tokyo Extreme Racer 2. I played this and had some fun with that. Sega Tennis 2K2, I believe. I really like tennis games, so I will definitely play that at some point. Sydney 2000. Don't know anything about that. Looks like an Olympics game. This was fun. Star Wars Episode 1, Jedi Power Battles. I did play this for a little while. I didn't beat it or anything, but I had fun playing it, and I'll probably get to that more down the line eventually. We have Spider-Man for the Sega Dreamcast. Like to try that. Sonic Adventure 2. I have not played this one. I'll be showing the first one pretty soon here. It's in the pile somewhere. The first one I did play. This is cool that I still have this on the list to play because I really enjoyed the first one. So looking forward to that. Playing Sonic on an actual Sega console, man, that just feels good. We have Sega Marine Fishing. I've gotten more into fishing games, and it's more because of fishing in other games, like Zelda or Final Fantasy. So that has actually opened my eyes a little bit more to wanting to play fishing games. Frogger 2. I think you can get the gist of that. NBA Tonight. Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. I have no idea about this. It looks like a little cartoony looking. That looks very interesting. Oh man, Toy Story. Gets me in the feels. First movie I ever saw in the theater. Plasma Sword. I believe this is a fighter, if I remember right. There's a ton of fighters on the Dreamcast. It's a really good system for fighting games. Alright. NHL 2K. NFL Quarterback Club 2001. NFL Quarterback 2000 Club. NFL 2K. The 2K series was really popular at the time. Let's see. NBA Showtime, NBA on NBC. We got Shaq there on the front. Sign of the times. NBA 2K. Alright. Toy Commander. I don't know anything about this, but this looks really interesting. Be nice to your toys. It's all out wars. Neglected old-time toys rebel against the shiny new generation for the title of Toy Commander. That sounds fun. Give that a whirl. Classic. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. This was on the original PlayStation and on the Nintendo 64. A lot of the times there were games that were on those systems and then the Dreamcast, and usually the Dreamcast was the best way to play it, generally with better visuals. That was before the PS2 and the GameCube came out. I don't think the first one ever came out on a newer system than the Dreamcast, so great place to play Tony Hawk. We have Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Tomb Raider, The Last Revelation. Tokyo Extreme Racer 1. I showed you guys 2 already. Alright, Modus Motorsports Hardcore Heat. That kind of looks like off-road racing. That sounds fun. Mudslinging, air catching, stomach turning. There's a lot of these games that I haven't got to play yet, so this is cool. One of these days. This game was definitely intriguing to me. Trick Style. Show you guys the back there. You can get an idea of what that's about. It kind of looks like you're on hoverboards. Looks interesting. Test Drive 6. Tee Off. Rayman 2. Great game. Great 3D platformer. Had a lot of fun playing that. Suzuki Alistar. Wild Metal. I don't know what this is. I want to play this. This looks cool. Looks like you're in a big tank. This is one of the best things about getting to collect for a system, is just getting to experience everything it has. Wetrix Plus. Virtua Tennis. I spent a lot of time playing this. This was really, really fun. I love tennis games for some reason. They're just fun. Vigilante 8, Second Offense. That looks like a good time. Legacy of Kane Soul Reaver. Excellent, excellent. This is how I played this game. I loved it. That was amazing. Play this game whether you play it on the original PlayStation or on the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast version is a little bit better. I have the second one on PS2. I'm really excited to play that eventually. That game is just great. All right. Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000. And I need to get rid of some of these stickers, I'm realizing as I'm looking through this. All right, so on the Dreamcast, Hydro Thunder came out. Now, if you're looking for Hydro Thunder on the Dreamcast, which is a good place to play it, don't buy this version. You want the one that has Hot New on it. This one is a little bit glitchy. There are problems with saving. I think there's some problems with the sound. Like I was playing it and there was no music. This is definitely the version that you want. I don't even feel right about selling this again because it's just a crap version. So I'm just keeping it for the collection, and it helps because I can tell people that so they don't waste their money like I did. House of the Dead 2. That would be a great one to play. Get a little gun action going on. We got Fur Fighters. This is cool. It's got like this 3D kind of cover on it. It's intriguing to me. We got Flag to Flag. Fighting Force 2. I'll give this a try at some point. I'm not expecting it to be very good, but I love this era of games. It's just fun to try what was around. It's one of those games where I remember seeing the case at the time and just always wondering about it. ECW Hardcore Revolution. If any of these really stand out to you guys and you know it's a great game, please be sure to let me know. Dead or Alive 2. Good old fighting game on the Dreamcast. We got Choo Choo Rocket. My cousin played this online a whole bunch and absolutely adored it. Apparently it was just really, really good. I wonder if you can still play online or not. A lot of the official services have gone down, but I know that there's a lot of like fan stuff out there. I wonder if that's one of them. We got Bang Gunship Elite. Not sure. Looks like maybe a shirt, like a 3D shooter. That would be fun to give a whirl. 2. We have Four Wheel Thunder. Ugh. Arrow Wings 2 Airstrike. I'm going to try to go a little bit quicker. 4x4 Evolution, but also give you guys a chance to see. 102 Dalmatians. Now isn't that just cute as heck? Excellent game. Power Stone. I love this game so much. My buddy down the street, when the Dreamcast first came out, had this game and we played the crap out of it. Eventually, when my family had a Dreamcast, we got Power Stone 2, which I wish so bad I still own because that's a pricey game, but it's really, really fun. It's like 4-player mayhem, kind of in the line of Super Smash Brothers, but this game is only 2-player, but still like super, super fun. And if you play 1-player, that's really fun too. Good game, must have on the Dreamcast, in my opinion. Crazy Taxi, this was the first place that I ever played this game, and holy shit, this is so awesome. I still throw it in and just have so much fun. I adore the music in this game. And that's one of the reasons that I really can't play like new versions released, or if it was released, that would be hard for me to do. The music is such a part of it. We also have Crazy Taxi 2, which I have not played. I don't know if this is as good as the first one or not. But once I fully have used up the first one and everything that it's got to offer, then I'll move on to this one. One of the best games on the Dreamcast ever, Soul Calibur. This game was one that I played the shit out of as a kid when my buddies had Dreamcasts. Still probably my favorite fighting game of all time. It's the only, like, if I ever am like, yeah, I want to play a legit fighter, this is always the one I go to. So amazing. Great game, Jet Grind Radio. This was the first ever cell-shaded game that I ever saw. This game is like none other. You go around on your rollerblades, trying to do graffiti around town, and it is so wacky and fun and absolutely a must-own if you have the Dreamcast. I think that they had another version on the original Xbox, Jet Set Radio Future, something like that. Cheats and Codes. Tony Hawk 2, everything that I said about the first one, just we got the second one. NBA 2K1. Samba de Amigo. I really need to get the maracas that are accompanying this game. You actually play with the maracas and you have to hit at different points as the music goes. That was a cool game back in the time. I remember seeing my friend's brother who had a Dreamcast play this, and he really had a good time. My cousin also had the maracas, and I think that he hasn't been able to find them, which is a bummer. World Series Baseball 2K2. NHL 2K2. NCAA 2K2. Just crap sports stuff. WWF Royal Rumble. WWF Attitude. Excellent place to play Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. It's such a good game. This is on the N64, also probably maybe the original PlayStation, I'm not sure. But this is a great place to play it with better visuals and everything. Dreamcast was great for that stuff. Space Channel 5. It also has a 3D kind of holographic looking case. South Park Rally, I have no idea if this is good, but I definitely want to play this. Quake 3 Arena. I think this is a first-person shooter. I never played it, but that would be cool. I love first-person shooters from that era because I never really graduated from them. It's kind of like where my first-person shooting stayed. Sega Gt Racing, I'm guessing. Rush 2049. I've heard so much good about this. I'm really excited to play this. It looks like a really great racing game, and I'm so glad that I grabbed it when I did on the Dreamcast. Chicken Run. I played this for a little while. It was kind of fun. It was a little frustrating, some of the controls and stuff, but I like the whole concept. Alien Front Online. South Park. Chef's Love Shack. Can't beat South Park. Soul Fighter. Looks interesting. Sonic Adventure, man. Oh, I loved this game so much at the time. When I first was seeing this, I was just absolutely blown away with it. I thought it was the coolest thing. I thought the graphics were so good. It was really nice to go back and play through it. It was probably 2 or 3 years ago that I went back and played all the way through this and had a ball. I love it. Bass Fishing. Rippin' Riders. Resident Evil Code Veronica. I still have never played a Resident Evil game. It's sad. I will one of these days. NFL Blitz. NFL 2K2. NFL 2K1. Now the best games that I own on the Dreamcast are absolutely Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2. This was the PAL version. It never came out in America, but if you have the Cheats and Codes disc, you're able to make it boot. This is awesome. Very happy to have these. These are both in really good condition. I love playing the original Shenmue on the Dreamcast. You can play these on the PS4 or Xbox One, much easier and technically better, but for me, I just really love playing on the Dreamcast. It just feels good. Just feels right. Feels like how it's supposed to be. All right, guys, there's my Dreamcast collection. Eventually, I will be completing this collection. That will be really fun. It's a fun system to collect for. It's a very fun system to play. I love having the 4 controller ports, and it just reminds me of some really good times. It released $99.99, so I would have been 11 years old. I remember playing it for the first time at Toys R Us. Had a blast. I would have liked to have gotten one, but I was really trying hard to save up for a PS2, and there was no way I could get both, so I did choose to wait for the PS2, but the Dreamcast was awesome, and I'm so glad that I'm able to have it now and get to experience all those games. Alright guys, have a good one. Peace out.